So here's a dog that sees the bird in a tree. The angle of elevation from the dog's eyes, so this is the eyes, to the bird is 36 degrees, okay? As modeled below. The dog is 18.5 feet from the base of the tree. So this is the base of the tree. The dog is 18.5 feet away. So let's write 18.5 feet away from the base of the tree. And his eyes, so that's right here, are 2.5 feet above the ground. So this here is 2.5 feet above the ground, and this here is 2.5 feet above the ground. Okay, so it says determine and state how high the bird is above the ground to the nearest foot. And keep in mind, nearest foot means round to the nearest whole number. Okay, so here we know that a tree is perpendicular to the ground, so we'll put a right angle here. And we want to know the height of the bird on the tree. Keep in mind this distance here, I guess I'll call it B for bird, but keep in mind we're looking at this right triangle here. Once you solve for B, you have to add the 2.5 feet later because you're measuring from the ground up. All right, so anytime you have a right triangle and you're dealing with an angle, this is SOHCAHTOA. Make sure you memorize the spelling correctly. And so we circle the given angle. You label the hypotenuse, which is across the right angle. Then we have adjacent. Adjacent is next to the circle angle. And then opposite is across from the circle angle. What don't we have any information on? Hypotenuse is blank, so you cross it out. So in our SOHCAHTOA, we're looking for an O and an A stuck together. O and an A stuck together, which means TOA for tangent. So we're going to do the tangent of 36 degrees, which is opposite B over adjacent 18.5. Solve for side over 1, cross multiply. Make sure your calculator is in degree mode. Now you're going to press tangent 36, and when you do that, you get 0.7265. Keep in mind on your screen you have more numbers on the calculator screen, and you're going to use that entire number later on in your calculation, but just for our work, we copy 4 numbers after the decimal. So now we're going to cross multiply. 1 times B is B. And keep in mind, we're multiplying these 2 decimals. This whole thing, make sure that is highlighted in your screen in the calculator, the whole entire decimal times 18.5, and I get 13.4410. Keep in mind, I just copied 4 numbers after the decimal, but on the screen, there's many more digits. So that right here, over here, is 13.4410 feet. But keep in mind, we wanted to know how high the bird is above the ground. So that's from here. So we need to add this 2.5 feet above the ground. So 13.4410 feet plus 2.5 feet. And when we use the calculator, we get 15.9410 feet. Question says to round to the nearest foot, so that would be 16 feet. The bird is 16 feet above the ground.